What's up, my meatballs? It's Aaronitmar. Today I want to talk to you guys about some new DLC that's going to be dropping for Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS and Wii U, as well as some potential leaks. I'll talk about the DLC first in case you aren't interested in the leak, but for now, we're going to just talk about all of these Mii Fighter costumes that are coming out. Oh my goodness, there are so many. So, at the beginning of the month, the Smash Bros. Japanese Twitter tweeted about a KK Slider outfit, which looks to be a Mii Gunner outfit, by the way, like sort of holds the guitar, but basically it's KK Slider and he holds his guitar, and it's pretty cool looking, I would say, or I guess it's a ukulele, not a guitar, because it's that small, but anyway, that's one of the costumes. And then in the last like 2 or 3 days, we've had a ton more costumes revealed, and some are disappointing to some people, and some are people are looking forward to it. So the first ones are just sort of a themed together one. They're wearing what looks to be the Smash Bros logo on a hoodie, and then like track pants and track shoes, and that's pretty much for all 3 of the Mii Fighters. So that's sort of a standard look. I'm not sure entirely what the look is specifically. I guess maybe they just wanted a new look for each costume. So there we go. Next up is the King K. Rool Mii Fighter costume. Or I guess Mii Brawler costume, not Mii Fighter. And this was sort of a shock to some people because a lot of people wanted him in the Smash ballot, but he ended up being made a costume. And people have brought up that Meta Knight was revealed first as a costume before as a DLC character, so they're sort of using that not to give up hope on King K. Rool as a character, but for the moment, all we have is, in terms of confirmation, is that King K. Rool is going to be a Mii Brawler costume, and it looks really nice, I would say. You know, you got his head and his crown on, and then his cape, and I don't know, that's definitely a really good Mii Brawler costume. So next up we have Chrom as a Mii Sword Fighter costume, and I guess this one really makes sense because Chrom was already confirmed not to be a part of the cast, basically, when we were getting all of those pre-release trailers. So it's nice that he can be in the game in some form of capacity where you can play as him without actually giving us yet another Fire Emblem character, and probably increasing the total number, probably to only tie with like Pokemon in terms of series representation. So it's nice to see him in the game as well in some capacity. Next up is a Bear and Honeypot Mii Gunner costume, where it's sort of like a bear reaching into a honeypot and then getting his hand stuck, and that's I don't know, I guess maybe I think of Winnie the Pooh whenever I think of this, but it might just be, you know, a classic cliche, because, you know, getting your hand stuck in a honeypot and then the honeypot is actually the blaster. So I think that's really funny. And finally, oh, actually not finally, we have 2 more. Birdman from the Mother or Earthbound series. You can see him in the 3DS version in that, oh, whatever the stage is, Magicant. That pink stage, I'm pretty sure it's Magicant. And he is sort of like an interactable with the stage, but now you can use him, and I believe he is also a Mii Brawler, and he is a costume, and that's really cool. I like how that looks as well. And finally, I believe this is finally, yes, Lloyd from Tales of Symphonia is going to be a costume, and I guess that's nice because he really didn't have a realistic chance of getting in, but again, I guess this is what all the Mii Fighter costumes are going to basically be, is, you know, obviously the Bear and Honeypot one aren't a ton of like fan service, but the rest, for characters that really can't be added or don't want to be added, we can just make them a Mii Fighter costume. And so that sort of, you know, holds over the fans until maybe next game where they might get more representation, or will they'll just continue being a Mii Fighter costume. But that is all the costumes that I have to talk about right now. Let's talk about the big thing, the leak. Now, this leak does come from 4chan, so you need to sort of keep in mind of where your source is. That doesn't make it very reliable. When we thought that Rayman was in the game, when Artsy Omni did the Smashified series, it came from 4chan as well. But these are also very high quality screenshots, so it gives me a little bit of hope, as well as some other information. So, there is a Dr. Mario stage in the game, as you could tell from the pictures I was just showing, that is going to be, I think, free, perhaps paid, I'm not entirely sure. And this one really does have some firm stock in the fact that it's going to be in the game, because when people looked into the files of the game, like really early in release, they found 3 files for each of the viruses, and as you can see on this image here, all 3 of these viruses are in the game. And so that would account for what the virus files are doing there. And I think this was sort of a cut stage in the beginning, and then obviously when DLC started becoming a thing, they were like, alright, let's come back to it, let's make a new stage. And that's going to be great, and it shows all of the songs as well, which is nice. We get the Dr. Mario title, a Dr. Luigi and Dr. Mario medley, and then Fever, and I guess a couple of other puzzle games like Wario Puzzle, and that's all that's on that screenshot that I'm looking at right here. But I'm looking forward to this stage. You know, I'm not against new stages. I hope it's not too interfering. I can see the viruses being a big issue for competitive, but for casual, it looks like it's going to be a really, really fun game. You're going to have to avoid, or a really, really fun stage. You're going to have to avoid the falling pills as they drop down, and I think it's cool that you're going to see in the background the pills at the same time as they are in the forefront, so you can sort of get a look of where that pill is going to end up before it ends up in your actual screen vision. So I think that's really cool. Let me know what you guys think. Are you excited for the Mii Fighter costumes, or are you excited for the Dr. Mario stage? Tell me down in the comment below, and don't forget to hit that like button. And as always, I will see you guys back here for some more Super Smash Bros. Update videos. Thanks guys, and have a great day.